There once was a queen named Griddle, heavily thighed and thick muddled. She was taken for ransom by a suitor unhandsome, and not much rhymes with Griddle. Oh well, let's see what's going on in Camelot, shall we?
Sir Bernavere the overly educated, obsequiously accessible to facilitate the monarch.
We don't understand him either. Ye old plot thickens as the evil spy of Castle Camelot carries the news to the dreaded Count Geoffrey de Bouillon, Lord and Master of Castle Threadbare.
Dum, da, da.
Such is the lowly lot of a squire. What could be worse?
Dum.
And as the legends would have it, fate intervenes in the form of...
Onward, knights of the square table!
Meanwhile, around at the front entrance, with the quail and the quest put to rest, King Allfire and knights did attest that with Griddle's fine mood came laughter and food. So, hey, it turned out for the best. Sorry. Of all of King Allfire's passions, the one that draws most reaction is a list, I am told, called the Chivalry Code, which he slaves on with little distraction. Happy birthday, Queen Lizard Breath. I wonder if the king knows about it yet.
What? The Queen's birthday?
You'd better get up there. You don't want to miss the CPR demonstration. And so the secrets of Castle Camelot were divulged in the most graphic detail to the dreaded Count Geoffrey de Bouillon, oppressor par excellence of the poor and weak. Hark! Hark, I say!
The royal cake cometh.
With Count Geoffrey now out of the way, I think we can all safely say that instead of disaster, they lived happily ever after, at least for the rest of the day. There once was a fair Princess Flame. To marry her off was her stepmother's aim. But of all the fine suitors, there were none who would suit her, till Queen Griddle made it into a game. No use arguing. Queen Griddle won't let anyone get a word in edgewise for at least a month. I wonder how Flicker is finding the new accommodations.
No food, no water.
Don't know what the potato sees in him. Uh-oh. They say bad news travels fast. Even faster when it's being chased by a mad dog. Poor Princess Flame. Dread Count Geoffrey is certainly no prize. And can you imagine what the family reunions will be like with that crew for in-laws? Well, Flicker, what does Princess Flame think of all this hoopla and falderal? I think those pains are a little higher up, Flicker. More like when a fella sees his favourite gal going all gaga over a tall, dark stranger. It can bring on all sorts of ailments. Well now, those mysterious knights fought their way clean over the horizon and off into the realm of legend. They battled their way o'er the land in a contest to win Princess Flame's hand. Some say they fight on, Griddle's sorry they're gone. Others say things went exactly as planned. There once was a king named Allfire. To remain king, there's a thing that's required. When the deed wasn't done, it was rumoured by some that it was time for King Allfire to retire. Whoa! Behold, gentlefolk, the legendary sword in the stone. Many, many years ago, it was decreed that whomever could withdraw the magical sword, Excalibur, from the stone would become the king of the realm. Everyone in Dragondom tried, Only young Allfire could do it. That was many, many years ago. And since that day, every year, King Allfire repeats the legendary deed before his entire kingdom.
Blasted thing gets heavier every year. Starting to rust out, too.
It's not just the sword. In case you were wondering, that's Geoffrey's evil spy en route to the dreaded Count's castle Threadbare. Called that because not only is it falling apart at the ramparts, the moat is so stagnant even the crocodiles are on strike. Fortunately for the evil spy. Once again order had been restored. Allfire had regained the Lake Lady's sword. Now thanks to flicker and flame, no one else could lay claim to the title of king anymore. Sir Loungelot of square table fame avoids work with might and main, but he'll come on the run if the deed that needs done is to rescue a beautiful dame. How appropriate. I've often heard Sir Loungelot described as something that must have crawled out from under a rock. Time for the ball! Uh-oh, looks like it's back to plan A. Well, we all know this part, so why don't we just skip ahead?
And, well,
Fads and fashions come and go. What's in today, tomorrow is old. Metal pants were quite the rage, way, way back in the Middle Age. You modern folk might laugh, it's true. But wait till your ancestors get a load of you. Knightresses of the Round Table in name was a league formed by a bored Princess Flame. And while the king and knight snickered, Flame took her pal Flicker and turned him into a dame. Damsel.
fullness in life.
Oh, Flicker!
Look, she did, and watched in horror as Sir Dolores was scooped up by the bears and whisked away into the tunnel. And after a couple of days of hearty siege, the knights felt good about themselves again, admitting that Princess Flame made her point. So, Flame decreed tables to be square, and Flicker ditched the red hair, but neither did doubt that Loungelot's pout was because Dolores was no longer there. In a castle that was bought for a song lived Count Geoffrey, to whom it belonged. It's beyond me to say why a person would stay, but 6 million rats can't be wrong. When a situation becomes dire, some dragons will fight fire with fire. As Count Geoffrey now knows, it just goes to show he should never match wits with a squire. There once was an age called medieval, stuck between civilized and primeval. Then a Renaissance master courted king and disaster, and launched a major one-dragon upheaval. So the dragons went back to their medieval pace, learning that slow and steady is what wins the race. And rushing things much too soon, like trying to shoot for the moon, usually just blows up into your face. There once was a robber named Hood, who looted as much as he could. His legend, once acclaimed, is now tarnished with shame, for he gives nothing to the poor like he should. Whoa! So while Loungelot ate everything in sight, Griddle found her girdle just right. With the pigs in good hands, King Allfire set out about the land, for the drawbridge was needed back by midnight. A king who... That's better. A king who demanded the best sent his knights on a challenging quest. He asked them each week to find something unique, which he thought was a simple request. As our story draws near to an end, and you ask what's the moral I send, I guess I would say, if you've just got one day, don't just waste it, play poker with friends. Some folks should really take care when they treat another unfair. Just because a person's passion is outrageous fashion, that's no reason to call them a square. Sounds like those fuzzy little fanatics learned their lesson a bit too late. Uh-oh. Poor choice of flotation device.
Here it is.
Queen Griddle calmed down with play safe and sound, and the knights of the square table had found you can add to life's bliss if you just remember this: it takes all kinds to make the world go round. There once was a king named Allfire, whose code of conduct was dire. His knights would complain, but their efforts were in vain, for they were trapped in a proverbial quagmire.
Air tax! Anyone breathing pays air tax!
Uh-oh, Count Geoffrey's evil knights. If you think that cheating is cool, like Geoffrey, you're playing the fool. 'Cause we all know it's true that good things do accrue to those who play by the rules. When Flicker roused Beauty a-sleepin', she set all the dragons a-weepin'. For when she awoke, the words that she spoke, and spoke, and spoke. Never quit when things go awry. As Flicker learned, you'll win if you try. And if you find the last napping, to spare yourself all the yapping, just leave sleeping princesses lie.
The unemployed wandering minstrel.
I once had a job, but it's gone. Was nothing that I had done wrong. Camel Hot cut me loose, a kick in the caboose. Now no one can hear my sad song.
I wondered what became of you.
When Camel Hot let me go, I decided to put my wandering to use. Now I offer useless proverbs and tips to wayward travellers.
What kind of tips be ye offering?
How to get fish and chip grease out of your armour, how to kiss the Blarney Stone without catching the plague, and how to catch a leprechaun.
101 nifty tricks to catch the wee wags. Huzzah!
As always, success is ours, thanks to my perseverance to continue the quest for the river prancing shoes. Hurrah! Does the proverb, hell hath no fury like a dragon without his speakies, mean anything to you?
Aye, and I've got a plan that'll bring you ever closer to your dreams. For a wee fee. No leprechaun can resist the sound of a cobbler's hammer. Bang it against anything as loud as you can, and they'll come a-calling.